Right, hello, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where tomorrow Celtic have a golden opportunity. We can win the league pretty much at home, going 9 points clear, making it so close to being mathematically impossible for Rangers to catch us. And, well, let's dive into what an interesting clash it should be. But before we go any further, though, please remember, if you are enjoying the videos, that I highly recommend you like the video, and I recommend you subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video. It's the best way as well to help support the channel, and I appreciate all of you who do click that button. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, wow, third last preview of the season. Now, I'm not going to get emotional, I'm not going to get sentimental, don't worry, but it just exemplifies what a journey it has been. Ange's first season in charge, my first season doing these videos, and hopefully in the penultimate review of this preview of the season for the Dundee United match, I'll still be on a high celebrating the league title. But let's take it one game at a time, because we cannot afford any slip-ups. And heading into this game, Celtic are in fine form-ish. 4 from 5 in the league, obviously the slip-up being the most recent derby. In all competitions, however, funny, we've actually played Rangers 3 times in the last 5 games in all competitions, but we have 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. We sit first on the ladder, 6 points clear, 3 games to go, and, you know, I don't think we've hit a form slump, but I do think that some things need to be addressed within the team, which we'll get to later. As for Hearts, they have already secured 3rd on the ladder and really shouldn't be bothering to try too much in these games, considering they've got a cup final on the way. But regardless, they have won 3 of their 5 last matches in all competitions, and the same goes for the league. And as I've already mentioned it, they have secured 3rd in the ladder, so I can't remember who's 4th. It might be Dundee United or it might be Ross County. But whoever's in 4th has no hope of catching them, and Hearts have no hope of catching Rangers in 2nd. But as for injuries and suspensions in Hearts, Michael Smith and John Suter are both doubts for this match, and there has been no news regarding their return for this match, but it is believed that they will either be rested or given very limited minutes in order to prepare them for the cup final. However, midfielder Benny Beningame was out for the season, and so too centre-back Craig Halkett. They have both suffered season-ending injuries, so wish them speedy recoveries. As for Celtic, Josip Juranovic, not much news on him. We've hit the 2-week time period, which Ange originally gave us, but for hamstring strains, you're usually looking at a month. So, look, I don't think we'll be seeing him in action against Hearts, and, you know, I hope we do, because we've clearly been missing in the last few weeks. You know, obviously I'm glad that the injuries occurred at the end of the season, where it's not going to be too detrimental, but still, we've just looked lackluster at that right back spot. No discredit to Tony Ralston. Very strong footballer, but he just doesn't have that technical prowess that Juranovic carries. But elsewhere, Celtic have a full bill of health ready to go, and that leads us into the lineup prediction. And in front of the home fans, Angel want to end the league right then, on his own terms. So will the team, and so I think we can all expect a lineup that is very strong, the strongest possible, but also a lineup that has a few changes from the Rangers game, because I feel some things do need to be addressed. So enough waffling, let's look at it, and I am going for Joe Hart in between the sticks, then at right back, Tony Ralston, the 2 centre-halves, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Carl Starfelt, and at left back, it is Greg Taylor who round up the defence. Into the midfield, as you can see, I had made my first change here. Cal Mack will retain his spot, of course, Celtic's Player of the Year. Then I'm going to move O'Reilly back to his natural number 8 role, which is the box-to-box midfielder role, and then have Tom Rogic slot back into the starting lineup at striker. I think Tom came with a lot of nice deft touches in the most recent derby, in the most recent match as well. I think he's had some good rest. I think he should be ready to go for this match to start off, and I do think Rio needs a break, because he has been looking absolutely lackluster the most recent few games. Then into the front 3, this one I am going for Dyson Maeda, as you can see, on the left, Jota on the right, and I feel we should be starting Jaku Marcus up top. I think I want to be starting Giacomakis up top, but because this is a lineup prediction, that's why I have Kyogo here on the screen. And, I just think that Ange will go with Kyogo. Trust him. I trust Kyogo as well, but I think this is just feels like the sort of game where we need that physical presence up top. Regardless, I'm sure either both will do well. But that leads us into the final score prediction. And look, Celtic will be up for this game, no doubt about it. Especially after the frustrations of last week, failing to, go 9 points clear after that match. I'm going to seriously be serious for a second. I like to have a jokey tone to my videos, but seriously for a second, we need to finish our chances. If there has been anything that could undo us at the end of this season, it is our inability to finish our dinner. Too many golden chances went a-begging against Rangers, and so too against Ross County, and that's what's going to cost us in this game. Failing to go 2 or 3 ahead early on, and Hearts finding an equaliser late on, is going to kill us if that happens. Hearts, they've got a lot of fight and spirit, but defensively, they are missing Sousa, they're missing Halkett, and that will hurt them, and that is why Celtic need to take our chances in front of goal. Dyson, Maida, Kyogo, they need to be hitting the target. Minimum hitting the target, because we know they can finish. We've seen their qualities, but recently they've just been skying it over the bar, putting it just wide, hitting the keeper dead on. They've been 4 poor finishes. But going forward, getting those opportunities, which is a good thing, it isn't an issue, which is a good thing, but still, we need to punish Hearts if they give us those opportunities and if we create them. But look, as for this Hearts team, going forward, they are very capable, They're dangerous, they can punish Celtic if we slip up. And we've seen that on many occasions this year. Opening day of the season, and I think there was a couple other there was the other match day where Hearts, I believe, maybe it's the Aberdeen game I'm thinking of. Well, regardless, Hearts have pushed us in every single game we've played against them. They've pushed us this season. But that's it reiterates the point I was making earlier. We need to score these early goals, finish the game early on, give ourselves that buffer to stop any form of a comeback. And the goals will come from the front three. I have no doubt in my mind that is where Celtic is the most prolific in goal scoring. Jota is the most informed forward of any forward at the club right now. The Hearts know they have to shut him down. Hearts 100%. I could guarantee you that they will look to double team Jota every single time he gets the ball and shut down his impact. And you know what that does? That just leads, maybe not acres of space, but certainly a significant amount of space for players like Kyogo to move to, Rogic, O'Reilly, Dyson Maida, Giacomakis if he starts. These lads will need to step up because Jota has been the only one stepping up recently. Certainly worth £6.5 million if you ask me, but still, we need the other players around him, to absolutely step up and to, finish off this season in style. And look, the players, I get it. It's been a long season, the players must be begging for the off season now where they can just sit back, relax. And Ange will tell them, as we all know, that the lads have already put in the hard yards this season. We're up to match day 35, I believe it is. This is match day 35, and the lads have put in an absolutely incredible effort to get to this point, being 6 points clear. And right now, all that is required is 3 points. And if we get those 3 points, then they can take things a bit easier these final 2 games of the season, even get rests, call up some of the youth players, give them their debuts. Because of that superior goal difference, which is a part of all the hard work we've put in this season. Fans forget, we had a grueling Europa League campaign earlier this season. So many injuries. League Cup qualification, some absolutely, we had a rugby match against Alawa Athletic in one of the rounds of the Cup. The players have put in the hard yards. Their bodies must be absolutely burnt out, but one last push is all that's required. 90 solid minutes. Take all 3 points. Celebrate as much as we want because the league will be done after that, But all I can say is that if we don't go out there with 100% intensity and we don't finish that game off early on, Hearts will 100% find a way to punish us. And they will make things very nervy for that 90 minutes. And if the result ends up going in favour of Hearts. You know, if they take points off Celtic, it's going to set up a very nervy last couple of weeks in this, you know, title race, which should, if you ask me, the title race should be over right now, because I reckon, you know, we should have ended it last week against Rangers, but, you know, we didn't. We've got another opportunity tomorrow in front at a packed out Paradise. You know, we've just got to get the job done. But look, if I had to predict the score, which I will now, Celtic are going to win the match. I don't think any of you expected me to say predict they wouldn't win the match, but still, we're going to win the league in front of our home fans at Paradise, who have stuck by the team through thick and thin of the last 2 years. It's going to be for all of them chanting in the stands, supporting their team. It's going to be for all of us at home who were not fortunate enough to go to the games. So do us proud, boys. And enjoy the 3-0 win that you will be celebrating towards. And to all the fans out there, including myself, I'm not saying it to myself, you get what I mean. To everyone watching, expect a 3-0 Celtic win. That's my prediction. That's all from me. So leave in the comments below your final score prediction. And until next time, which will be either a completely shouting celebratory video that Celtic won the league, or it will be, on the other hand, a very nervous, with me jittering about the fact that we have now dropped points and, you know, could blow the title. But we're gonna pray for what's happening on this side, and that next time you see me, I will be on another different planet. But yeah, until next time, hail, hail.